Hello, let's do Netflix Puzzled Starstruck for Wednesday, February 11th. We're going to start with the easy, then do the hard. The easy is called 4 cells versus 5 cells. Let's play. So what we need to do in this game is in each row, each column, and each colored region, we are placing exactly one star. And stars can't touch each other, not even diagonally. So if I had 2 stars here, that would break the rules because they touch each other. All right, so let's get started. We have a lot of formations that will let us X stuff. But before we do that, I'm noticing this row here, it only has orange cells in it. So wherever that row gets a star, it's got to come from orange. It can't come from anything else, meaning the rest of orange can't have more stars. So we can just X out all of these orange cells. All right. So now this row here, only it can't put it in orange. We just X them all out. So it can only put it in this yellow. So that's the only place for a star in the row. That's another way to put that. Now, brown is going to be in one of these 3 cells, all of which are in the first row, meaning the rest of the first row can't have a star. This formation is something you'll commonly see. It eliminates from the rest of the row, so we can place a star here, but it also eliminates from the 2 on top and 2 on bottom, because they all touch the entirety of that dark blue here. Now down here, this also is going to use up that row, that gray. And that leaves just one place in light blue, one place in red. One place in brown, we can get that. One place in gray, dark blue, and orange. All right. I had a suggestion for the easy to rate it as a plonker or non-plonker. I think this is on the edge of non-plonker. I think you did have to find some logic that was more than just keep placing the last star that's available. But it was on the edge. All right, you had to notice a few things beyond that. All right. Well, let's do the hard. Hopefully it's not a struggle today. We'll see. All right, so the first thing I'm seeing is this line up with this. So I like to demonstrate by just drawing a line here. So what I'm saying is to the right of this red line, we have 2 columns. Each column has 1 star. And if you notice, this region here and this region here are completely also within that area, completely to the right of our red line. And so they're going to have a star each, and that's both of our stars. So if you're not those 2 regions, you are not allowed to put a star to the right of this red line because we already have both of them from these 2 regions. Now, this formation, this does see all of the red, so we can eliminate that. This eliminated everything in green that is below this line, which is just this 1 cell. And so because of that, these line up now. And so that means that if you're not green or this dark blue, you can't have a star. All right. What else can I do here? Big blue region here. What I want to do is like, line up some more things, but I'm not seeing that. So, are there any formations? This touches all that's left in orange. Anything else like that? So this is interesting logic. Let me walk it through because I'm not convinced myself, but let's see. So we have kind of 2 worlds that exist here. If I draw this line here, you'll see that this orange region is definitely below the line. The gray region is almost below the line. It has this one little place up here where it could escape. So if the star wasn't here, if we just had some reason that the star wasn't here, which we don't, but if there was, then we'd eliminate all of these. No, that doesn't quite work, does it? I was trying to see if, because the only other option is putting a star here. I was trying to see if that eliminated anything in common over here, but I'm not really seeing it. Okay, but I am seeing something now that I'm looking at that placing it for a star, which is it can't be, because we can actually draw these 2 columns here. Sometimes it just takes exploring the puzzle, and eventually you'll notice the thing you're supposed to see, which is that you'll see that green and orange are limited inside of these 2 columns. They can't escape. And so if you're not that green or orange, then you are not a star. And that's handy because that places the last one in gray. Now it's one of these two, so that eliminates the rest of the row. All right. Anything else? Definitely one of these two. Okay, so here, this does work. If we're in one of these two for the column, then this touches both of them, so it's never in. So we can get rid of that option. And that means for this row, it must be in this dark blue. So yeah, we take out of those two. Also, green is one of those two. And so now dark blue is in one of these two, so we take out of those two because it's, the two above, two below get eliminated. Not quite seeing that. Feels like there should be... Okay, I think it's brown, orange, and red here. These three rows is what I'm talking about. In between, notice that brown can't escape. All of these are X'd out. Orange can't escape. These three are X'd out, and red was always fully within. And so we can't actually do the yellow. That was all. You could have also done these two rows and seeing that one would be light blue, but the other would have to be yellow. And that would have done the same elimination. I'm seeing something here. What is it? Yeah, maybe? Yeah. These three columns. There's a lot of this going on here. I think I see it. So this is fully to the left of it, and so is yellow, and so is brown. Notice that brown can't escape out, yellow can't escape out, dark blue was never out. And so we actually can't put it in these three. And that leaves these two behind, which eliminates these two, the two to the left and right. So that leaves one place in yellow, one place in dark blue, one place in brown, one place in orange. And we just finished the puzzle. All right. Just draw the rest of the owl. All right. Just plonkers after that. Cool. Well, that was fun. Just a lot of noticing groupings in rows and columns. Always fun when you can do that. Cool. Well, how'd you do?